Hi, Aquarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. This is a reading for my no contacts, low communication. We want to know what our person's thinking and feeling, what is going to happen in this connection. So if that's not something that you're interested in knowing, you don't want to know about your past, you don't want to reconnect with your ex, this reading is not going to be for you. So welcome to my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross watcher. Very grateful that you're here. Let's see what's going on in this no contact connection. Let's see what Spirit has for you today in the cards. Spirit, I am asking for any guidance in this connection. I am listening for you now. I have a getaway, a much needed break, getting away together, spending some time together. Sometimes we just, even if it's just like a night that we are able to reconnect, that we can talk, we can see what our feelings are for each other. So maybe we needed some more time together, quality time alone. So that would be nice. A sense of partying, being out, having a good time. Somebody's having a good time in between the waiting, and maybe they're showing you that I'm going to have a good time with or without you. I always see this card as like, I'm going to prove to you that I'm fine and I'm just out there. So it might not be the truth, but that might be the show that they're putting on. And I have a soulmate connection. I know that we're soulmates. I feel like we're soulmates. This was a great intimacy. You were my best friend. You are my best friend. I am feeling I miss you. I have a forbidden energy, some secret pleasures. Maybe somebody disapproves of this connection. I do feel, I want to go back to that, missing you energy that's coming into me. Let's see what Spirit's saying in the cards. Let's see what the cards are saying. We're going to get lots of feelings today, lots of messages. Spirit, what is this missing you? Even though I feel like I'm faking it and I'm pretending, I feel like I'm missing you. I have a Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands, 10 of Wands, and the Star. So I can feel the weight. It's almost this feeling of the further that I get away from you, the harder it's become. And I do miss you. I mean, the Star is definitely coming into me as, I'm going to say, a fresh start, a new start. They could be daydreaming about reconnecting with you or just being with you, or just even thinking about what it was like in the beginning, how passionate it was in the beginning, how much fun it was in the beginning, how into each other you were in the beginning. So there's a lot of daydreaming. There's a lot of nostalgia, reminiscing, memories, just going through your person's mind is how I feel. So it's getting harder. It's getting harder. The further I get away from you, the harder it gets. I do have some signs coming in. I just got a Sagittarius feel. I have a Leo. I also feel an Aries, a Capricorn, Taurus, and a Pisces. So I'm going to grab those as they're coming in. So a lot of energy in this reading. Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, and the Moon. So right now I feel somebody's playing the field, but I feel like they're playing the field to make you mad. They're playing the field to get you jealous. And is it working, or is it making you even more upset? But I kind of feel like they're not really interested in being with somebody else. They're just doing it to get you jealous. Like, I'm going to show you energy, which is not very mature of them, but I don't think they know how to handle this connection any other way. I do have a Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So that, I feel like, I don't know. I want to go back to that newness. I want to go back to what it felt like when I first met you, because whoever they're meeting, it's not you, and they're not as excited about that. But I do feel like they're out there trying to make you jealous on purpose, which is even more hurtful. Spirit, what can I have some divine feminine confessions, please? I thought things were going good. Why did you just disappear? So, ghosting, did somebody ghost you? Did they stop communicating? Did they just, start walking away, and now they're putting on a show like everything is fine with them, and they're not hurting, they're not missing, they don't have any, mixed feelings? I don't think that's the truth. Sometimes I wonder if you really meant it when you said you loved me and always will. So they said things to you, they made you promises that now you can't imagine that how could they have meant them if the way that they're treating you, if they've been ghosting you, or they blocked you, or they've disconnected somehow. So how could they have meant those things? If you would just open up, then I can too. I want to take our time getting to know all about each other and all we missed in this separation. So there's been some time, there's been some space, and there's so much that we haven't talked about. There's so many things that I want to tell you. It's like I want to share with you all this information about what's been going on in my life and my family and everything, work. All friends and family tell me is I'm crazy for still thinking about you and to just move on already. I would if it were that easy. Sometimes people are saying just move on, and your heart is saying, I can't. I can't get this person out of my system. I try to think about dating other people, but I can't get this person out of my system. So that sometimes tells me that you have some unfinished business, that you still feel like your souls are still connected, that you're still supposed to be together somehow. So you're just not ready to move on, if that's the case. I have forgiveness, forgiving each other. I want to release it. I want to let all this pain go, right? I want to release it. I want to forgive you. I want you to here's the release. Look at, I want to release all this pain. Thank you, Spirit. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of hurt feelings. And if I could get rid of this pain, I would. And in time comes this sense of wisdom, this knowledge. All I can tell you is that time does give you the truth also, that over a period of time, you'll know your feelings. You'll start to realize what their feelings are. Things will shift, energy will shift. Excuse me. And you'll know what's going to happen next. Spirit, share with me our person's feelings. Where is this connection headed? What do we have in this connection? So they're out there playing the field just to get you jealous is the first thing I felt. But at the same time, they're missing you. So it's a big mind game. My life is dull and unfulfilling, and I'm bored. So they're missing you. They're probably feeling really lonely. They may be doing things like posting on social media that they're doing all these crazy things with friends and having a great time. But what they're really doing is spending a lot of time alone. And it's all pretend is how I feel. It's all a big show. I'm just really busy working, throwing themselves into work, being busy, keeping themselves busy. You make me feel calm and free and tame. That tells me that they were comfortable when they were with you. They felt more balanced when they were with you. Now they're not quite themselves. They're not where they want to be, and they're not with who they should be with. You feel so far away. They're starting to feel the distance. When they feel that distance and they really start to miss you, that's when they realize that somebody's got to pick up the phone, or that this isn't over. Because if it was over, I wouldn't be thinking about you. If it was over, I wouldn't be missing you the way that I am. And so that's when the energy starts to shift, and somebody starts to think about, what would I have to do to go back? Or what would we have to do to repair this damage? How do we reconcile? How do we talk again? but you can feel the distance. You can feel the distance. I have an Empress thinking about you. You're their Empress, Queen of Cups. That's telling me that you're the one they think about. Knight of Swords, charging ahead. Almost this like knight energy is sometimes this foolishness energy of like, I think about just, picking up the phone or knocking on your door or doing something that would just, blow you away. And surprise you, because I'm kind of crazy out of my mind with what I'm supposed to do. But they're afraid that they're going to start some kind of battle all over again. They can't just show up out of nowhere. They can't just, I don't know, just knock on your door and expect you to, open your arms and say, oh, great, wonderful, welcome. So the thoughts that are going through their head are, how do I get my Empress back? How do I get my Queen back? But if I do, am I going to create another vicious kind of cycle in this, what we're going through? Is it going to upset you again? Is it going to cause another, round of arguments of some kind, something like that? Spirit, what is going on with my divine masculine confessions today? Let's see what these say. I should be further ahead in my life by now. So there's some disappointment in themselves. Sometimes a relationship, or you have time into a relationship, it makes you analyze everything else in your life, your finances, your career. You start comparing yourself to other people. You start saying, and it doesn't mean that their life is falling apart. It just means that they're evaluating like all of their life. Like, my relationship isn't going well right now. Maybe my work isn't going the way it should. So you start to think like everything's going wrong. So your person could be on a big, huge pity pot and really feeling sorry for themselves right now. When we connect sexually, sometimes it's intense. I run because I feel myself falling deeper in love. So they could run from fear. Maybe they just couldn't handle this and they are trying to prove a point that they can be with anybody, or they're living the life. They're living the single life. I'm not sure why it's so important to them to try to make you jealous, unless they were jealous for some reason. You turn me on in unexpected ways and in unexpected times. So they're definitely still thinking about you physically. I feel the love you send to me, and thank you for always forgiving me when my ego acts up. I do love you so much. So they haven't stopped loving you, and they're admitting that their ego is coming into play in this connection, that it's starting to hurt this connection. They've had a lot of time to think about it, Spirit's saying. They don't like this alone time. That is what's bothering them the most. They're okay when they're out with their friends or they're busy with work, but it's when they're alone is when they're really starting to miss you, and they're really starting to feel the pain. I have a 5 of Pentacles. There's the hurting, and I know we're both hurting. So, but 5 of Pentacles is working together to get through that hurt. I have a King of Wands, Hierophant, and a 3 of Cups, a celebration. Okay. I just got a sense that, one, we see each other again, and that we can't deny the actual attraction that we have for each other. And 2, this soul connection with that Hierophant. Like, this is a spiritual union. This is a soul union. And that we should be celebrating, and that we will be celebrating with that 3 of Cups. So I have a feeling that we need to see each other again to feel how much we actually missed each other. So being in this person's presence, bumping into them on the street, running into them in a social space, a bar or restaurant, somewhere that I wasn't expecting to see them, brings back like all these memories. I have the World, Page, new feelings, new thoughts, sense of security. I want to feel more secure in this connection. And then I have 4 Wands. 4 Wands, bottom of my deck. If this connection comes back, then it's going to be for a long time. It's going to be because I've realized that you're the person that I want to spend my life with, and I don't ever want to go through this again. But I do feel like it's going to be for a long time. All right. So they're either going to admit that I see a future with you, I want a future with you, something along those lines. And this world is, starting over or a new beginning of some kind. But if we bump into each other or we talk, like I said, there's a sense of irrational behavior, whether they come by that night earlier, that Knight of Swords, where they aren't thinking clearly and they want to stop by and just talk to you, or they're waiting in the parking lot outside your work, or, I know it sounds like they're stalking you, but maybe it was something they always did, like they always picked you up after work, or you guys always got a cup of coffee at a certain time at a certain place, so maybe there's something that was part of your routine that this person is wanting to just kind of surprise you out of nowhere, just to see what the feelings are, and just to bump into you and just to talk to you, just to see what the energy is. I'm upset with you right now. So somebody has shut somebody else off. My heart belongs to somebody else. There could have been a third party involved. Somebody was jealous. There's a lot of jealousy in this reading for some reason, whether it's on your side or their side. So somebody made somebody jealous. I want to take the lead. I want to do something about this. People are talking. They can say what they like. I don't care. So you have mutual friends. Maybe the mutual friends are wondering what's going on. Don't listen to anybody else. Try to just keep this between the two of you if you can, because when other people get involved, it just makes it worse. Best friends, maybe best friends are trying to help, or some other kind of connections trying to help. I'm cutting ties with the karmic. So if there was something that made somebody jealous, I'm going to say that that's ended. That was something that needed to end. I'm depressed right now. I think they're putting on a good show. And I don't think that the show they're putting on is what's really going on. I wonder sometimes if you're with me for the right reasons. Do you want this person for the right reasons, for a future with this person? Do you want to build a future with this person? I don't want to see you with anybody else. If they come back, it's because they want a commitment. All right. That would be the only reason they're coming back. If they come back, it's not going to be on again, off again. It's that they've decided that they don't want to see you with anyone else. They don't want to lose you. The thought of you being with somebody else is making them extremely jealous. They want to make sure that you're only with them. So if this person reaches out and they do this kind of surprise visit, it's because they're planning and thinking about a future. How could I hurt someone so beautiful or so handsome? There's hurt for sure. There is no doubt in my mind that I'm missing you, I've got hurt, I've got pain, I wasn't treated fairly. All of those things are happening. You caught me and I don't know how to act. So we've got some explaining to do. And I've been badly hurt in the past. So this has happened once before. And it's like a bad cycle for some of you. This could be with the same person. This person has hurt you more than once. So it could be a bad cycle. I'm making someone else my priority. Maybe that is what they told you. They want to be with somebody else. Then why are they missing you? Can they be in a relationship with somebody else and still love you? Yes, absolutely. Happens all the time. Give me a few months. taking their time. I just want to have some fun. I think they are going a little wild. I will say that. I think that they are out there kind of doing their own thing. They're trying to prove a point of some kind that they can do whatever they want, but in the long run, it's only going to hurt them. I'm scared to open up to you. This person has to make up their mind. Don't be surprised if you get a surprise. Don't be surprised if this person comes out of nowhere and just wants to see what they feel when they see you again. All right. And catches you off guard, you know. But in the meantime, I've got, you know, this kind of player mentality, and I'm having a good time, and I'm trying to make you jealous. It's all a front. It's all a game. They really do miss you, and they're just, I don't know why they're trying to make you so jealous, but you know, it's immature, and they really need to grow up and open up to you with what they really are feeling. So I'm going to put this out into the universe, and I'm going to ask Spirit to guide you both, because somebody's got to grow up and show up, is how it's coming into me today. I want to thank Spirit for this reading. And if anybody's new to my channel, thank you for joining me. Welcome. Welcome back to all my Aquarius. Thank you for your likes and your comments. I really appreciate it. I will put my private website down for private readings below my website, Kathy Mamolen, psychicmedium.com.